I'm just saying. We can rule the world, just me and you, if you could play it. Won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Look, see we vibing and you know it's true. Baby, what it do? Do for me and I'ma do for you. No doubt about it, Boosie. I'm a Midwest king, looking for myself a queen. Ready to chase a dream with a dope self-esteem. You find it in all I know, and that's for real. You get to shaking that ass on the floor, and I see what's real. No disrespect, I just tell it like it is. Do you ever want some kids? What your ultimate goals? Maybe I can help with those. The mo was broke when he made you a blessing. You looking like a whole buffet, and I need some seconds. You say you had promiscuous ways, that was back in the day. I'll be alive, I say I did it. That shit was a phase. So baby, take this journey with me. You can pick the time and place, this nigga isn't picky. Smile on your face, I know the deal. Sign and deliver after seal. I can see it in her eyes, this one right here for real. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby, listen, I'm just saying. We can rule the world, just me and you, if you could play it. Won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk, yeah. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Lady, you so far ahead of these others, just like a ship on the horizon. Picking up on your vibe, signal stronger than Verizon. All the thoughts that I've been contemplating, ain't no time for faking or debating. You the one, ain't no mistaking. Look, I see you swag different. Always carry yourself like you ready, you know the mission. I had to know you, I'm tempted. I can see why you timid. Hold up now, baby, listen. Just take that dance with me, I can show you that there's a difference. I'm locked in. I throw away my playaways because you pop in. A shooter always shoot a shot. With you by my side, I guarantee we'll reach the top. I put that on God and then I'll give you all that I got. So baby, take this journey with me. You can pick the time and place, this nigga isn't picky. Smile on your face, I know the deal. Sign and deliver after seal. I can see it in her eyes, this one right here for real. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby, listen, I'm just saying. We can rule the world, just me and you, if you could play it. Won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk, yeah. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me.
Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me. Lennard Ray. That's your name. Come and talk.
All right. We are live. What up, everybody? Welcome.
I don't think I can hear you, bro. You good? Nah.
Back on. Okay, cool. It is back.
Yep.
Oh, boy. That is
I think you went out again, bro.
Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me. Lennard Ray. That's your name. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby, listen, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Just me and you, if you could play it. Won't you take the chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation.
Take your time, man. Get fixed. Oh, I can hear you now. You're good. And now I can hear you. Yep. Now. Oh, good, man. Hey,
Take two. We are back. Oh my god. All right. So I accidentally, as soon as we went live and I hit, come back onto this screen, just moments ago, you guys may have seen it. I went to go pull my mic closer to me because I don't know, I have a fixation of grabbing my mic and making.
went out again. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the Behind Them Sticks podcast, brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me, Lennard Ray. Come on. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby. Listen, I'm just saying we can rule the world just
And it's still mute, brother.
Won't you take a chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Look, see we vibing and you know it's true. Baby, what it do for me and
Looks like,
for you, no doubt about it.
oh boy.
Ready to chase a dream with a dope self-esteem. You find it in all I know, and that's for real. You get to shaking that ass on the floor, and I see what's real. No disrespect, I just tell it like it is. Do you ever want some kids? What your ultimate goals? Maybe I can help with those. The mo was broke when he made you a blessing. You looking like a whole buffet, and I need some seconds. You say you have promiscuous ways. That was back in the day. I'll be alive. I say I did it. That shit was a phase. So baby, take this journey with me. You can pick the time and place. This nigga is a pick.
All right, I'm not touching this damn mic again. I am not letting this sucker unplug because I think I don't know what happened, but see, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and sometimes she likes to move the mic away so she can play the games on here. And I think she had done it so many times now that I need to get a new plug-in for it because it's starting to get, that looseness to it. And it's not a USB type C cord. It's the previous generation of it. So it's I believe it's like the micro USB cords that go in. So you know how finicky those used to be for your phones and stuff like that. So imagine using that for a mic now. So it's a little frustrating. I appreciate everybody for staying through during that little situation. But anyways, welcome to another fantastic episode of Behind Them Sticks with your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming here on the TSWS Gaming channel on YouTube. Today, I got a fantastic brother. He's been gaming for quite some time. He has a lot to say, and I'm happy to have him here to say some stuff. We got the Coolest Rasta here with us. Or if you follow him on Twitter, you may know him going by Wreck the Hero. So either way, same gentleman. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the show. What's going on with you?
What's up, man? Thanks for inviting me and stuff. I appreciate it. Much love.
Absolutely. So you are not exactly a content creator like alone on your own or whatnot, but you featured on a few other shows you had talked about with me in the green room just a little bit ago. Can you go on ahead and let some people know where they can find you on Twitter or any other social media platforms, and then where they could find you on a console if you want to let them know that. And then you can also tell people where what other shows you've been on if you would like as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like you said before, man, I don't call myself a content creator. Unfortunately, I just play games. I upload a few little clips here and there on Twitter. I have done shows, like I said, with King Thrash, the Roundtable. I've done the Roundtable. I've been on JTEX, PlayStation Legion, just a small little handful. As far as honestly, when it comes to Twitter, I'd like to call myself somewhat an outsider, man, because a few people do know about me. I don't really go out their way, like as far as content creating. people don't really know me and stuff too much. Like as big channels as you guys and even King Thrash, I kind of look up to you guys like you guys because I don't really have the I don't have the social capacity and stuff to really go out there and to, try to converse and communicate with people. I actually have social anxiety, so it's kind of hard for me to open up and stuff and converse with people, unless I'm high, unfortunately. So, but I do appreciate, like I said and stuff, you having me on the show. I mean, mostly the only time you can really find me is via Twitter and Facebook. That's about it. And the consoles that I'm on, mainly on, is Switch and the PlayStation. I do have an Xbox, but I got that passed down from my brother who is unfortunately passed away. So I keep that in his shrine. I don't really do too
Oh, so
much.
that actually means something to you.
Yes, sir. That's why, honestly, and stuff. Even if you check on my Twitter, I stopped really partaking in the console wars. I got people and stuff that Xbox homies on one side, I got Nintendo Switch homies on another side, and I got PlayStation people. And they argue amongst themselves which console's better. I don't really get into that because, like I told them and stuff, since my brother passed, to really talk stuff or talk mess about Xbox, it would feel like I'd be down talking his name in the grave. So I just kind of, yeah, I let people and stuff on Twitter console word it out as long as people know and stuff that, hey, I really don't have a console preference. I love PlayStation, but I'm not going to down talk you, bro, if you like Xbox, or I'm not going to down talk the next person if they like the Switch. Like, that's just, it just doesn't partake in my taste. That's kind of lame to me, but it is what it is.
Well, may your bro rest in peace. Sorry to hear that. I'm happy that you have something from him. And it's also something that, is in a hobby that you thoroughly enjoy. So anytime that you hop onto that console, especially in this generation, you'll be, I mean, you may be playing a single player game, but you ain't playing alone. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? So that's what's up. That is something I've never heard before. So I actually think that's awesome. I mean, that's really cool that you have something that you can hold with you for the rest of your life, whether you play on it a lot or not. Doesn't matter. It's just like memorabilia at this point, which is awesome, man. Happy that you have something that means that much to you to hold on to for the rest of it. But continuing a little bit, so you said you pretty much play on you got all the consoles. You play mostly on Switch and PlayStation as it is. What games, as of right now, are you currently playing? We had talked in the green room just a moment ago, and you told me about some games that you're not able to yet get to. We'll get to that in a little bit. I want to hear about what you are currently indulging in.
Okay, well, yeah, well, I actually just started playing Bayonetta. I just got it 2 days ago. Bayonetta 3, really, really great game. I really, really like it. I actually, honestly, have to rebeat Bayonetta 1 and 2 again because the storyline is all out of place, or maybe I'm just not, I just forgot certain parts and stuff of the storyline. But yeah, I liked Bayonetta and stuff is really nice. I actually just Platinum 2 Multiverse. Last week they added Black Adam in, so I had to go back in and stuff and play that. That was pretty good.
How was Black Adam on there?
On the Multiverse, he's actually pretty broken. They actually just nerfed him today. They came up with rank, and yeah,
he is thrashing everybody.
Which I kind of figured that was going to happen. That's especially in competitive fighting games. You guys know how it is with certain fighting games. Whenever they release a character and stuff, 7 times out of 10, that character is either going to be really, really strong or broken, to which they're going to have to nerf them. So we kind of figured that was going to happen anyway. So, but yeah, Bayonetta and stuff is really nice. Like I told you and stuff. I pre-ordered God of War and I got Sonic, but I'm gonna wait on them and stuff because I don't like the thing about me is I don't like to get started and invested in single player games like God of War and not have the energy to play through it. I want to be able to play it and stuff when I'm on my off day and on my off time and I have to play and be like, oh, I gotta go back into Amazon,
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I 100% understand that, but I want to know before we get into all that God of War and Sonic stuff. we got to go through the past a little bit about like what even got you into gaming. Why are you here essentially, right? So
Okay.
so I was asking you before the show as well, um what was the very first console that you had like readily available? You thought I was talking about like the first console that you bought, and I was like, nah, of course, the first console that was like in your house that your parents purchased you, because that's a lot how most of us became gamers is through our parents purchasing something, and then you have it readily available at the house, and then you end up coming here. It's because you continue to game throughout your life. And the gaming console that you said that you actually had growing up was the Sega Genesis, if I'm right.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Bruh, one of the best consoles of all time, in my opinion. I absolutely love the Sega. Brother, tell me, what was it like for you? What was life like back then having the Sega?
And to be honest and stuff, man, like I said, that was like years ago. I'm 31 years old and stuff, man. So, turning going back that long, like I said, my memory isn't the greatest, but I do remember when I was a kid and stuff, my dad bringing home the Sega Genesis, playing Sonic and Aladdin. And at the time, I honestly, at the time, I really wasn't even that good at games because I was only a kid. I just enjoyed watching my dad and stuff being able to play it, and watching the little images and stuff on the screen. Because you got to think, back in the 90s, man, the Sega Genesis was big to be able to have. I wasn't around for the Atari, but I saw the Atari and stuff, on YouTube. And to go from 8-bit to those type of graphics on Sega Genesis, that was big, man. It's like how the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and stuff, we're finally going from 30 frames to 60 and 120. So it was
Mm.
beautiful seeing that and stuff, even though when I was young, I didn't really have the mental capacity and stuff to really play it, but I was able to understand, okay, that's Aladdin, that's Sonic. Okay, that's pretty cool. And another thing that I did like is I grew up in Chicago, and if everybody knows, Chicago wasn't the greatest spot, for civilians or for people. And my dad bought video games as a way to keep me and my brother and stuff out of the streets and out of the ghetto. So it was really, really beautiful and stuff, seeing him and stuff, getting not just the Sega Genesis, but from the Sega Genesis to the PS1, bringing it in and stuff just to keep us safe, and not having to have us wander the streets as little black kids, because you know how dangerous that is, especially in
Mm.
today's times.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's what's up. I mean, that's a nice little story. It reminds me a lot of what King David told me when he was on this show. Like, gaming kept me out of trouble, essentially, growing up. It kept me, or at least kept the parents knowing where I'm at, what's going on, what's happening. I'm kicking it around the house and whatnot. And whether they always wanted you in the house or not, they at least knew where you were, and they knew where they knew you were safe playing the game. So that's what's up. So Sega was the kickoff for you into gaming. Did you have any games like that you remember from that time that you were just kind of fixated on at that time?
Yeah, like I said and stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really, that was a really long time ago in my childhood, and unfortunately, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Everybody knows I smoke weed. I'm a Rasta, and I'm not gonna blame that on my memory. But 10 years of smoking weed and stuff, bro, you forget a lot of stuff. But I know one of my favorite games, like I said and stuff, on the time was Aladdin, and then it would definitely be Sonic. I mean, Sonic pretty much was a Sega, Genesis classic, so you can't play the Sega Genesis console without knowing Sonic. So those are pretty much my go-tos.
Okay, so that was kind of like the appetizer for your gaming, profile. As you grew up, what was like the next best thing, the thing that like made your eyes go from, little to being like, whoa, like what is this that we got in the household now? Or did it come out of your pocket, or did it still come out of the parents?
Bro, it still came out of my parents' pocket. Honestly,
Mm.
bro, I didn't get any taste of money till at least when I hit 13, 14. So from the age of like 1, 2, 3 to like 13, 15 years old, my parents bought all the systems, but I was generally a good kid. My parents were one of those people like, look, we're going to get you whatever system you want as long as you get good grades and, you abide by your parents and you're not out there doing foolish stuff. We'll buy whatever system you want. But the next system, honestly, after that was, of course, no surprise, was the PS1, man. Everybody remember the PlayStation 1, boy. And that took gaming and stuff to the entire new level because if you remembered and stuff and everything, man, the PS1 was the first system where we actually had 3D graphics, if I'm correct, right?
3D I mean, like, so Sega Saturn technically came before that and had 3D graphics and whatnot. And I mean, but like the PlayStation was the first one to showcase it in all sorts of different lights, to the point where like you knew you were getting that like generation above the last when you got that system, and it had a lot of games to come with it. The Sega Saturn kind of lacked in the gaming space and also the direction compared to where PlayStation, they were ready. They got their studios down packed and everything, and like they were just ready for the generation, compared to other, because you got to remember how many god dang consoles there were back then. During that time, they had the Jaguar, you had the 3DO, you had the Sega Saturn. I'm sure there's some more that I'm trying. I think there's like CDX or some, or no, CDI. CDI was out during that time. All those things died because of the PlayStation, pretty much. So the only thing that could really keep going with the PlayStation at the time, because Sega ran themselves on the wall, was Nintendo, and Nintendo was pumping out cartridges. They weren't really messing with the CDs. So PlayStation was the king of the CDs at that time. When it came to gaming and whatnot, and it was a fantastic time of gaming at that. I absolutely loved my PlayStation. Ridge Racer was one of the first ones, and you remember getting these PlayStation games. You get them in the long box at first. You got them in the long box,
Yes,
and then later on they came to what is it called, like the diamond cases or whatever. Or
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, PlayStation had it going on early in the day. I was playing Game Breaker, what was it, NFL Game Day, and obviously Crash, Siphon Filter, Wipeout. They
Remember,
had some. What game?
remember Ape Escape?
Oh, Ape Escape.
That game, I remember, like, my mom bought that for my birthday and stuff and everything. I remember me and my brother just sinking hours into it and stuff, because in the beginning I was like, okay, the monkeys are kind of easy. And it got to the third, fourth level. I'm over here looking at these monkeys. I was like, wait a second, does he got glasses and a gun? I'm like, these guys got guns now. If you chase after them, a lot of them and stuff will run faster. They got some that'll shoot at you. I love that.
The monkeys were bananas.
Like you said, from that to Tekken, Tekken grew. I'm sorry, the very first Tekken sparked my love for fighting games.
Oh yeah, martial law. Like that shit was tough.
Yeah, man. So I definitely remember. Trust me, I remember those good old days, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I even had the Game Shark thing where you put it in the disc, put a spring into your PlayStation, and then you shut it, it loads, and then tells you to put the Japanese game in. You toss the Japanese game up in there and shut it back, and let that thing load. I used to have a few Dragon Ball Z games, Final Bout, Ultimate Fighter 22. And there was another one. I don't remember what it was, but I also had Speed Punks. Speed Punks was dope back in the day, if you remember that game. It's kind of like Mario Kart for the PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I do remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those were good times. Simple times. And plus, Blockbuster was available, so that was our Game Pass back in the day. Or PlayStation Plus or Premium or whatever you want to call it. That was it. Hollywood Video And
Hollywood, I was doing Hollywood, but I did love Blockbuster. But Hollywood had a lot of decent sales and stuff. So,
oh yeah, you could yeah, I remember because they used to sell games there too. So sometimes you
Mhm.
get that like little Hollywood film looking price tag on there. Yeah,
Oh,
you know exactly what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I remember, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I used to rock with Hollywood was right across the street from Blockbuster for me. So if I didn't have the game that I wanted at Blockbuster, I just walked across the street.
Yep.
It was a dope little setup that I had back in the day. But moving forward, so the PlayStation 1 obviously meant a lot to you. That probably hit some more nodes on your palate a little bit, and turned you into the person that you are today. Um, but let's go on ahead and bring out the elephant in the room, which is the
Yes, sir.
PlayStation 2. I
Yep.
know you had to cop that joint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. What that sparked my love for JRPGs, bro. You can't say you love JRPGs, but you didn't own a PS2 or at least had a PS2. Because everybody knows and stuff and everything, man. The PS2 had the best library, bro. From
Mm.
different fantasies to different types of scary horror games. Honestly, without the PS2, I would have never found my love for Parasite Eve. And I still remember Parasite Eve. That was one of my favorite RPG games, bro. Like that game scared the mess out of me, but I loved it. So yeah, the PS2 and stuff, man. So many great memories and stuff, man. Dot hack. I can go on and stuff about dot hack games, even though I never understood the storyline because as a kid, it was hard to warp my mind around being in a video game. But
I mean, the PlayStation 2 was phenomenal. I had that console. I believe I had is either the Dreamcast or the PlayStation 2 first, but the PlayStation 2 was just littered with games everywhere you went, and it was so easy to find good deals for games because there was just so many of them all over the place. And growing up as a kid, it just felt like this thing is unstoppable, especially when I went out and got the network adapter piece that you plug into the back of it and screw it on and whatnot. And it took dial-up internet, so I was able to play. I was able to play like my old like Madden games online and some of like the boxings and stuff like that. That
you actually
joint was nuts.
online on the PS2, right? Because
What's
I
that?
couldn't. I said you were on the few that actually were able to play online on the PS2 because I could not find that network adapter. I mean, I mainly use mine for RPGs anyways and stuff, man. But I definitely because I wanted to try online for Dot Hack because there was a Dot Hack game where you could actually go online with multiple people, but we unfortunately couldn't figure out how to get the network adapter and how to set it up. But that's dope, man. I'm kind of jealous you were able to get online for the PS2.
Bro, I had to get one of those yeah, like I said, I got the adapter thing, but I also like ran up to Radio Shack because that was a thing back in the day. And
Right.
got myself one of those like 100-foot like 100-foot phone cords and had to
Oh,
plug it and like run that through my house. And my mom used to hate it because I didn't run it through the house. I had it going up the stairs and stuff like that. So,
I read I was like, that boy had it going underneath the carpet or like I already knew, bro. That's how I did with the Xbox 360.
yeah, man. I mean, I had to do it, even though I didn't have that many games that I could play online. It was just so cool back then, and like that was before like you had like party chats and stuff like that. Like we really didn't mess around with headsets or anything like that. We just thought it was unbelievable that I'm playing with somebody that I personally probably think is on the other side of the earth from me that could possibly really just be like a state away or something like that. But it was nuts playing that. My personal favorite console of all time was the original Xbox, but but to be honest, like that PlayStation category of games was just unbeat at that time. Xbox was dope. It was my thing because I loved music, and I could listen to music while I'm playing the games on the Xbox. I mean, you know how that rocked back then. GameCube was dope. It had a few phenomenal titles like Double Dash for Mario Kart and Eternal Darkness back in the day,
Yep.
and Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Smash Melee and Super Mario Sunshine. We can keep going, man. Resident Evil 4. Well, Resident Evil 4 was on the PlayStation and stuff, but it was still surprising how good that thing ran on a GameCube, man. Like, I was surprised.
There was a Metal Gear Solid game that was big time on the GameCube as well. I don't remember the name. I think it was like Twin Snakes or something like that.
Look that up when we get off, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up because I know which one he's talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I think it was Twin Snakes. I never actually played. I have actually never played any Metal Gear Solid, and everyone's telling me that I'm missing out on that. I went out and I had to get this joint right here so I can go back through it and see what I've been missing all these years. But the problem is this copy right here doesn't have Metal Gear 1, the one on the original PlayStation. So I feel like I need to go and get that first, run through that, and then I can continue with 2, 3, and what is it on here? Peace Walker as well.
Right.
Have you played any of the Metal Gears?
Oh yeah, dude. PS1.
Tell me what that's about, bro. Tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, I remember when my dad got the PS. Now you remember, Metal Gear it's a systematic political game. So I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I didn't understand shit about Metal Gear. All I just knew was, hey,
same here. That's why I never got into it.
Yeah, like whenever they were talking, because I still remember when my dad first played it, the very first Metal Gear on the PlayStation, the big fat boy with the 4-disc one, the very first one, he was Snake, and he first met up with Ocelot. And then after you fight Ocelot, you save the old man with his arm cut off, and he was talking about nuclear warfare. And I'm looking at my dad, I'm like, Dad, what is he talking about? Like, all this. And then my dad was like, hey, you'll understand it when you grow older, So, but the simple fact that, that I was still absorbed and I watched it and stuff. Like, I saw how the first Metal Gear came up, and I saw what Kojima and stuff put into that game, and, the Konami and stuff and how they work together. It was interesting, man. I liked it. And just the mechanics, it was ahead of its time, man. It really was.
It was, man. I mean, you got glass breaking on the table, people hiding in different spots, moving your controller from one slot to another, or your memory card and stuff like that because of old dude telling you what games that you've been playing and whatnot, freaking you out. Like, I know a little bit of history on it. I've never played it, but I'm just like, man, like, that's insane that they were doing that on the original PlayStation. Yeah. And that's why Kojima is looked at as a GOAT because he did weird shit like that.
I don't care what I might not have. Death Stranding was cool. It wasn't my type of game. It really wasn't. But I saw vision and stuff in Kojima, and I saw and stuff what he was trying to do with the game. So I definitely agree. That man, he's conniving, and he knows something we don't.
He's conniving. Yeah, I mean, Death Stranding was phenomenal. I beat that game. I liked it at first. When I first played it, I denounced the game. I was like, this game ain't for me. Like, too much walking. Man, the first time I picked up a gun and started shooting folks with these like guns that like wrap people up and whatnot. I was like, the Bola gun. That's what it was called. I thought that joint was nice. And then when I took out my first BT with those BT grenades, I was just like, all right, I think I can rock with this. And the story was probably what caught me the most, because when I first played the game, I played it in party chats. That's not how you play Kojima games, from what I learned. I learned it. I learned the hard way because I was playing that game and I was like, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I was like an hour and a half into it, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm walking from one place or another. And so then I dropped the game. But when I picked it back up, I had nobody in the party chats or anything. I was sitting there listening to it, and I was like, this game is weird as fuck. Like, what the fuck is this shit? And then a few hours went by, and I noticed I'm still playing this joint. Like, yo, Like I'm actually out here in the field doing these missions. And then I noticed, I was like, this is all right. This is relaxing, chill. And then you start getting vehicles within the game and stuff like that, and that's when the game opens up. So, see, when you're walking from place to place, it can get a little exhausting. But once you get like that, like motorcycle bike thing that he got, or the van that has hydraulics in it that you can jump over rocks and stuff with, man, that's when the game opened up, and I ended up getting my dude to like level like 150 or something like that. It was stupid. I got addicted to it, bro.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I stopped at like level 90 and stuff, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even think I beat the game. I got like halfway and stuff through, but you know how backlogs is. Like I stopped. I definitely want to go back and play it, especially with the director's cut and all the goodies they put into the game. But like I said, I'll probably go back and stuff after I finish knocking out all these other exclusives. It's on my to-do list, man. It's definitely on my to-do list.
One of the few reasons I went back to it is because it went on to Game Pass, and I wanted to test out my PC, because my PC, I got a 3080 in it. I got I got a 3800X a CPU in it. I have a pretty nice PC, and I didn't really have any games that I was interested in. Like all the Gears games I play on my Xbox, and like most of the Xbox Game Pass stuff I play on my Xbox, but this game specifically only came out for the PC on Game Pass, And I was like, I got the director's cut on my PlayStation, but I want to try it on my PC and see like the frames and stuff I can get on here. I was getting like 112 frames on average through. Yeah. So like that game was like blowing me away with that. And like I said, I got all the graphics and settings up on that as well. It was a really nice experience. It was so nice that, like I said, I got to 150 on my character on PC. I enjoyed the game that much that I put the game back into my PlayStation and was like, yo, what's this director's cut about? And the director's cut is so much better. It is so much better. It's not even a comparison. So after about like 7 hours of me playing the director's cut edition, I was like, man, I should have just beat it on my fucking PlayStation. I was mad as fuck, but I own the game, so it ain't no thing, Like I can always go back to it. It's not like a PlayStation Premium where they could take it off and then I miss out or anything. I own the game. So I'll probably beat it again and take a few different routes, but man, that highway system in the game where you're sharing with all these other people, dope, man. I built my highway system like twice as long as what I built it on PC. So like I can damn near get from the north to the south side of the main map all on bike. So like all the travels and stuff like that, when it's raining, I ain't worried about it. I'm just cruising. Right. It's dope. It's dope. But anyways, we're getting off topic. We're talking all about that stuff. We were talking about PlayStation 2. You already spoke on why that was why that was the GOAT for you. But I want to know, like, what else were you kind of involved in around gaming? So like obviously PlayStation was like the love, right? But did you mess with the Xbox at that time? GameCube, any of the older consoles? Did you happen to have like a Nintendo handheld or not Xbox, but a Sega handheld like the Nomad or the Game Gear or anything like that growing up?
I didn't have the Nomad, but I can tell you and stuff. We did have the GameCube. We had the very first Xbox before 360. Like I still remember and stuff when my buddy had the first Xbox and he put me on. And when he got the first Xbox, we had Halo. And of course, everybody knows Halo, but you remember Brute Force? Bro, Brute Force it. I still remember and stuff because I was always a lizard dude, and my boys
the crocodile dude.
Yeah. And they had the sniper chick, and I was like, bro, this game is actually really hard. Like Xbox got some nice hard hitters, and then Blinks with the vacuum, the cat with the touch. I don't care what nobody says. That's really a sleeper. Blinks the cat, the time blinker. That was good stuff. Cameo, like. Yeah, even though I was in love with PlayStation, Xbox really turned me on and stuff to live because right when the first Halo came out and stuff, I'd say Xbox solidified it. If it wasn't for Xbox, with the whole Xbox Live thing, PlayStation honestly we wouldn't even have live because, you know, if you remember the PS3, we had free online, but it was kind of trash, bro. Let's be honest. That shit was getting that shit was getting hacked, bro. That shit was just like, nah, bro. Like when people really told me, yeah, bro, I love PlayStation 3 online, I was looking at them like, okay. I mean, you know, but
Those are
you know,
facts.
yeah. But Xbox and stuff like that, man. I fucked with the Xbox. I fucked with the GameCube and stuff. The GameCube showed me love from Paper Mario. Paper Mario was one of my favorite RPG games. Can't go wrong with Mario and stuff games.
Did you ever play what's that damn game called? It was like a comic game, and it looked like this dude was like some kind of like Iron Man looking dude. God dang, I forgot what that's called. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry. I thought I knew the game off the top of my head, but I don't.
Got me thinking.
Beautiful Joe is what I was thinking about.
What? Yeah, Beautiful Joe, man, that was my shit, bro. And it's so pissed because I remember getting it, and then we all had this one friend. It was so pissed. I remember getting Beautiful Joe, and then I fucked up because I let my friend borrow it, and you know what happened after that?
Scratched or not? He either scratched it or he didn't give it back. One of the two.
Yeah. He ended up losing it, bro. And I'm like, bro, how did you lose it in a span of 3 days? I'm talking about I went over this dude's spot. We searched his entire house. He lost it. I think somebody stole it because he was one of those people where he'd constantly have different people over his spot. And I'm like, hey, bro, you know, I understand you want to be cool and show off your system to people, but, you know, a lot of people, bro, are thieves, you know? So I think he had the wrong over and they stole it, bro.
Yeah, that was one thing you had to worry about back in the day because it was real nice to be able to share the games, but could you get your game back?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all, trust me, we all done had us a couple of homies run off with our games or run off on the plug, bro.
Bro, I've even been the bad guy before where I kept something that I wasn't supposed to keep. So I have done that before, and I have let people borrow things that I've never got back before. So I can see how it works, especially if you move and stuff like that. So like I moved to like another state, and at the time I wasn't able to just drive over and drop something off or whatnot, but I ended up having to pay, bro. like here's some money. I can't get it back to you. I'm sorry. This shit's whack, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. But all right, so you were involved in gaming for a hot minute, but moving to the PlayStation 3, did you rock with that first, or did you end up getting a 360? Because those two prices were a lot different.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I definitely rocked with the 360 at first, man, because unfortunately I had a lot. Because at the time, you know, I was gaming with friends, and let's be honest, bro. Everybody and stuff in the beginning, everybody was going for the 360, bro. I don't know, at least about your friends and stuff, but at least the people in my circle when I was young, bro, everybody was going for the 360. Like,
oh yeah, everybody got a budget.
Yeah, even though they screwed us up, because those red rings, bro, we all done had at least 2 Xbox 360s, bro, with red rings. But I don't care what nobody says. I would not trade my Xbox 360 experience for nothing, bro. Because just having Gears, Halo, if it wasn't for the 360 and stuff, man, I wouldn't be good at shooters, bro. Period. Because Sony was the game that got me. Sony was the system that got me in love with RPGs and fighting games. But Xbox was the system that got me nice at shooters like Call of Duty, Halo, and Gears. And the online community couldn't beat that, man.
Yeah, I mean that's when the Xbox Live expanded like crazy, and it felt like everybody and they mom had a 360. Like PlayStation fans rocking with the 360, Nintendo fans rocking with the 360. A lot of them, yeah, sure, they may have had a PlayStation, they may have had a Wii GameCube or whatever, or GameCube back then. But like that Xbox was like your perfect side piece if it wasn't your main. Yeah. Because it just had a crazy amount of games. It had a lot of things that you could do within the console itself. So like plugging in like a like a hard drive so you can watch all your TV shows and your movies and stuff on that. It had the Netflix and everything like that. It had deals with like other like video services and stuff like that. But that Xbox Live, bro, like plugging your headset into that controller back then and having that little dongle that you plugged into the back to get the internet with the little signal thing. Yeah, that Wi-Fi thing. I used to I hated that little sumbitch. But once you had it, like you were plugged in, you were ready to go. And Call of Duty, Halo 3, bro, those were the daily games right there that you just had to play. And by the way, I want to shout out some people in the chat because they've been here for a minute and I've just completely ignored them. So Colt Classic Cage, what's up? Too Big, Hard Days Mike, Xbox International. So that's Crazy Louie up in the chat. What up, brother? Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for coming through, saying what's up and whatnot. But we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, the Xbox Live was like that guy. It was just there and nobody else could touch it at the moment. PlayStation, yeah, like you said, they had their online, but it wasn't popping. It wasn't safe, I guess, either. Because a lot of people got hacked during that time period. It was just unreliable in the sense of where Xbox just had it there and it was popping, and every once in a while it'd go down or something like that, but you knew that you could just turn on a game and go on Xbox Live and there would be a ton of people in there playing. Mm-hmm. Easy to find a match.
Yeah, for Xbox Live, Xbox Live was the reason why Sony got rid of that free PlayStation. They were like, we're not doing no more free online. PS4, we charging, and we about to come hard just like Xbox did. Think about it. Because I remember, like I said, PS3 online, because everybody used to brag about, PS3 online is free. It's like, okay, bro, but just because it's free doesn't mean it's good. Let's be honest. Let's be honest,
Right. I mean, you compare most things that are free to something that you pay for. The thing that you pay for is usually 10 times better. It usually just is, just because they're actually putting money to it and they actually need to please people compared to something that's free. We'll get to you when we're ready. We don't really care about you right now. We'll help you out when something big and bad happens. And unfortunately, something big and bad ended up happening, and they ended up having to switch everything up. But absolutely dope thing that Xbox had going for it at the time. But after you indulge in that 360 for some time, what was the next move? Did you hop into the PS3 at that moment?
Honestly, I didn't get a PS3 and stuff, and honestly, bro, until after I had gotten a PS4 because
oh wow, because you couldn't do the back compat.
Yep, you already know that, and at the time you forgot because I already went through one 360 with the Xbox red rings and stuff. After I had the white 360, I got the black one, the black Xbox 360 Slim. Unfortunately, that one had the red rings, and after that, I was done. I was like, man, I can't do it. So then that's when I went on to a PS4, and I ended up finding actually a PS3 and stuff at Disc Replay for really, really cheap and stuff. So I just ended up getting it because, like you said, backwards compatibility, and Sony pissed me off with that and stuff on the PS4. So I was like, you know what, I might as well just go back and stuff. Get a PS3 and stuff since Sony didn't want to make backwards compatibility. And that's one thing, like I tell everybody, because I might be a Sony person, but that's one thing I like Xbox. Like, they really do believe and respect their generations and stuff, man. And I respect Xbox for that. Like, I really do, man.
Okay. So the PS4 came out. You said you got the PS3 at that time. Yeah. I want to know what you were really messing around with when the PS4 first dropped, because everybody says it was pretty dry when the PlayStation 4 initially came out. What were you actually playing? Were you doing the whole Killzone and Knack and stuff like that, or what other games were you?
I wasn't, because at the time, like I said and stuff, when my 360 and stuff, bro, you gotta forget, I was still young. I didn't even have my first job, bro, till I was like 15, 16. I was cutting grass here and there, but that was nowhere near enough and stuff to pay for gaming. So between me losing my 360 and 2 years between getting a PS4, because I got it late, I had missed like in that span of 2 years, bro. I had missed a lot of gaming. I missed out on Knack, Killzone. I missed out on a lot of stuff and everything on Xbox. I think that was around the time I missed out on the Xbox One, because that's when the Xbox One launched with the Kinect. Even though it was somewhat S, I still missed out on that. So when the PS4 and stuff originally first came out, along with the Xbox One, within the first 2 years, man, I was too broke for gaming. I was ashamed to admit it. So I couldn't even afford games until when I got into GameStop in 2016. And then that's when it's like, okay, I started getting revenue. I got back into gaming and I started seeing which system and stuff had which and which was dope, you know?
And then you realize you have a mountain of backlog.
Oh yeah, man. It was GameStop was a gift and a curse, man, and stuff. I'm telling you, man, it was a gift and a curse, bro.
well, see, GameStop, and a lot of people don't realize this, GameStop was different back in the day too. So like you used to be able to get like a lot of old school stuff from GameStop back then. And I mean, trade-ins was never the thing to do because you always got way less than you should have. But I felt like trade-in was more comforting back then because they had so much older stuff, to whereas like even though you probably didn't get a good deal, it felt like you got a good deal there. But now but now they only have like current gen stuff. So it's like when you sell your stuff, you turn around to go buy something, it's like, man, like all this stuff just ain't worth it, you know? It really just isn't worth it. So it makes you just not want to go to GameStop near as much. In fact, it makes you want to go to mom and pop stores around these towns that have more of an old school selection and stuff like that. So I can trade in my PS4 game, my Xbox One game, my Series S and X or PS5 game, and I can get like 5 Nintendo NES games with it, or Sega games or Sega Saturn games with it, compared to going to GameStop, trading it in and getting like maybe
$6. I already know, bro. And it's funny because people respect me at my GameStop because I always used to tell dudes, I'm like, bro, honestly, now, and I tell everybody, now, if you're coming in and you're trading in NBA 2K21 towards 2K22, that's cool. Because, you know, every sports game, and even everybody knows that sports games are one of those games that don't really retain a lot of value because they make so much. Yeah, that's understandable. But if you're coming in and you're trying to sell something like, you know, Super Smash Bros. Melee, like, bro, keep that. Like, why would you sell that? Like, I was one of the few people like, bro, unless you're really hurting for money or there's a situation, which there were some times, bro, back in the day where people like, man, you know, I just got kids. I don't have time to game anymore. I just want to get rid of this and get some money. I can understand that. But like, you know, as far as trading, they did dirty and stuff on a lot of trading values. I still remember when 2018 God of War came out. And after the first week, people would beat it and trade it in. People were literally paying $60 for that game, bro, just to get $30 back. And it pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm surprised they got that much money back, to be real. because they're disrespectful out at GameStop and stuff like that. Like I remember one of my bros said that he went in and got like a Dreamcast and he went to sell it back to GameStop and they offered him like $7 for it.
Oh man, I'm not
$7.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
$7 fucking for a whole ass system.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. So trust me, bro, when people would come in and I would type on the computer, because how it was back in the day with GameStop is like as soon as you type in a product, it would literally show, okay, this is how much the stuff we would sell the product for. This is how much the stuff we buy. This is trading. And I'll always look on that trading, bro. My heart would just drop, bro. Every time I see those trading prices for like certain games, consoles. I still remember and stuff, bro, like the Mass Effect Andromeda when it first came out, but it was technically a flop because it wasn't, bro, literally the first 2-3 days, bro, dude came in to sell it. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, you might as well keep it. You don't want to sell it. He's like, man, I'm going to get some type of money back for it. And this is literally the next day, bro. they didn't even give him 30, bro. They gave him like $24 and he took it. And I was like, I felt like it's like you cheated on your girl and she don't know, and you're sick to your stomach just sitting there like, man, I feel so dirty, bro. Literally.
Absolutely. It's really not cool. Some of the ways they be doing you out there, and then you turn around and look at them selling it out to somebody. They'll sell it back for like $55 if it was $60.
Oh yeah, talking about, oh, we gotta make our product back. It's like, bro, I understand how capitalism. Trust me, I worked a lot of retail jobs. I understand how sales works, bro. But come on now, like.
So yeah, and then one last thing I want to talk about with GameStop is some of their console sales that they got up in there. Like right now, you can go in and get like an Xbox One X for more money than it costs a Series S. And I'm just like, how do y'all do that? How do y'all do that? How is the PS4 Pro more than the PS5 digital? Like make that make sense.
And they don't care and stuff, bro. And it's funny because I actually just went to a GameStop like 2 weeks ago and stuff, bro. And I had a big ass like debate and stuff with one of my bosses. And I keep telling them, I'm like, bro, digital sales is about to put y'all out of business. No, you don't know what you're talking about, Kalen. You know, I'm like, bro, y'all don't even like, if you go into a GameStop, bro, and you actually pay attention now, they sell more collectibles and pops and t-shirts than video games. What does that tell you? And he'll literally argue, oh, we're not going to go out of business. Maybe not in a year or two, bro. But if you think you guys are going to be around past 2026 with all these digital content, you know, come on, bro. Like I even told him and stuff, like how many people would rather, because I'm one of the few people, bro, that still buy physical games. That's cool. And I told him, okay, bro, well, pay attention. How many pre-orders of God of War Ragnarok do you have? Oh, we only got 6. Exactly, bro. 6 pre-orders. That's not good. That's not good, bro. On a popular game.
Not compared to back in the day when you'd have a line around the block to get like Halo 3 or to get like them old God of Wars and stuff. God damn.
Yeah, I'm in the city, bro. We're talking about downtown city, Chicago, in a store, bro, in a mall store. We're not talking about like Courage the Cowardly Dog in the middle of the road. No, we're talking about in the city, bro, where you know people.
Courage.
Like I had to explain that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about, oh no, we're talking about in the city. So that lets you know that people don't care about physical as much, bro. People would rather go out and buy it digital and have it ready, like you said and stuff, ready at 12 o'clock versus my dumb ass getting to go tomorrow when they open at 12 o'clock noon, you know?
He said the only reason they go into GameStop for God of War is to get that pop figure.
Oh, wow. That's but
that's the facts. That's just what it is right now. Yeah, and I believe you on that take where you said they sell more like off the cuff stuff than they sell games, and their name is GameStop, which is just insane, which is wild. I really think that maybe they don't want to get back into buying and selling old consoles, but I think they gotta get back into buying and selling old games at least, and just like at least having like, you know, one hub in every big city where they can test some of these games and make sure that they still work or something like that, or just, you know, collect some systems and have them in-house so they can, you know, turn it on, make sure it works, or we don't take these discs back because like if we have to resurface them, they won't work. Kind of like certain, like I believe it was like Blu-ray discs. I don't think you can resurface Blu-ray discs.
Right.
But I really think they do need to get back into selling retro things as well. Like I said, maybe not the systems because those are hard to insure or whatever, or for people buying them, like, yo, you're going to take this home, and it's going to be broken, you're going to come right back, and we're going to have to bite this bullet. You bite a whole lot less of a bullet when you're taking in, like, discs and stuff like that. So I think they should at least do that just so it makes it fun for somebody like myself to go into that store and say, like, I have 20 games that I know I'll never play. I can turn them in there and cop something that I'll actually want. I'd love to go into GameStop and see a Dreamcast game on the shelf, to see a Sega Saturn game on the shelf, to see NES games, just to have another dollar bin or something like that they used to have, where you can just like pick up these, scraps of old like triple play baseball 2000 or something like that.
I would love this leading edge in there, bro, for $1. What?
Right. So, and it's not that there's not a market for this stuff, because all these vintage, like this place called Vintage Stock is doing it, and they're like a regional company. It's not a mom and pop place. They're like a full on business. So it's like, yo, y'all could do this, but y'all just tippy-toeing around, and y'all think that something's gonna happen and just like save y'all, but y'all actually need to go out and do some work and try to get your customers back in, because I would be more than happy to give you a ton of my money. But you messing around like this, I'm not interested in doing it. I'm definitely not interested in going into your store and buying a game when 9 times out of 10 I can go on the CD keys, or I can go onto the actual platform and find a better deal there.
Exactly.
Hard copies are really the only reason I go into a GameStop and just see if they have sales that are better than what are on console. Like, for instance, I bought Ghost of Tsushima not at a GameStop, but at another store that did that did what I'm talking about, like a mom and pop's kind of place that had all these different like retro games and whatnot, but they also sold newer systems at a taxed fucking price. So like $700 for a PS5 or something. You know what I'm talking about, like stores like that.
Yeah.
But they had a copy of Ghost of Tsushima when it was on the director's cut or whatever for $40, when it was still going for like $60 or $70 on the PS5. So I went on ahead and picked that up, and I told myself, like, I'm happy I got a physical edition of the PS5 and the Series X, because every once in a blue moon, you'll run into a hard disk that is just half the price of what you can get it on the console, and that feels like a steal.
Oh yeah,
especially when you get it in the plastic still.
Yeah, I waited a week after for Horizon Forbidden West because I didn't get it and stuff and everything day one, man. I waited a week after, and I went to Disc Replay, and literally a week after, I found Horizon Forbidden West PS5 for $55, bro. $55. Yeah, you best believe I was smiling like cheese, and I was like, oh, $20 off? Oh, yes.
Absolutely. That's a good deal for sure. But let's keep it moving, because we could be here all day talking about retro and different game stores and whatnot. I want to get into asking you some questions more or less around today's involvement in gaming. So the first thing I wanted to ask you is, what genre of video games do you refuse or not really enjoy diving into?
Honestly, it would definitely be sports, bro. And I just recently started diving into sports games and stuff, like about 4 years ago when I started off at GameStop. So, I mean, it's just sports, man. It's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I'll play 2K and I'll play Madden and stuff, but it's not really, my cup of tea and stuff and everything. I'd rather, like my girlfriend would say, I don't want to see you be a basketball player. I want to see you do stuff in a video game that you can't do in real life. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, I mean, it's hard for me to go out and be a basketball player, but like my girl said, I want to see you slay orcs. I want to see you summon demons from hell. You know what I'm saying? Go in fantasy worlds and shit and stuff and conquer lands. That's just how I view it, I'm not knocking dudes who like Grand Theft Auto and 2K and stuff and everything, that's cool, but those just aren't my type of games. I'll play
You
it,
like
but
the majesticness of video games and stuff like
I'm
that.
I'm an RPG single player story guy, bro. I'll play multiplayer games, but my heart, if you had to ask me what my favorite genre or my favorite, it'd be Final Fantasy RPG off tops, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I can't talk to you about Final Fantasy because I don't know shit about it. I don't know not a damn thing. I'm playing a little bit of Final Fantasy VII Remake on my PS5, and that's only and the only reason I have that is because I game share with somebody, and he happens to own that game, and I figured I was like, hell, I can play it. Might as well hop in. That game is big as hell. It's like 90 gigs. Yeah, it's taking up a lot of real estate on my PS5, but that game's pretty nice. I like that it's not turn-based. It has turn-based elements in it, but it's not turn-based. You can actually fight and then like switch and continue fighting with somebody else, and then your elements are like, telling somebody to do a move or something like that while they're in the process of doing something else, which I thought is really cool. And some of the boss fights within Final Fantasy are fire. Like some of the things that you need to do to take off people's shields or knock certain stuff off so then they can't attack you with it anymore. I really like that aspect of Final Fantasy, but I'm not quite dug into it quite yet. One game that I did find myself getting dug into that I was surprised about is Persona. And I thought I was going to hate that game. I played it for a little bit, put it down, and then picked it back up, played it. And the thing that was captivating about that game was the story, because I'm not huge into turn-based at all. I like Gears Tactics or Halo Wars. Like, I don't do none of that stuff. But something about the Persona story and you being able to be so involved with your characters' actions. Right. No, you're good. Your characters' actions and some of the goofy stuff that you do, and damn near dating adults in the game when you're a teenager. I think that shit's just absolutely wild, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just, my mom sent a text and stuff. Had to check up her. I apologize, but
no,
I'm still here.
But did you play Persona?
Oh yeah, bro. Let me tell you something and stuff, man. Back when I was at GameStop and stuff and everything, I started off Persona 5. But if it wasn't for Persona 5, bro, because I went back literally on my PS3, bro, and bought Persona 2, 3, and 4. Like, I'm playing I'm playing through Personas 2 and 3 and stuff, bro, before I go back to Royal. I didn't play Royal. I played Persona 5, the base one, but I didn't play Royal because I've already noticed the difference and stuff. So I told people, hey, I'm not going back to Royal till I literally beat Persona 3 or 4. And Golden's my favorite one. Like, and I tell everybody, bro, if you love Persona, wait, I'm going to need you guys to do me a favor, even the people in the chat. Please, from the bottom of my heart, please support Persona 3 and 4 when they come out on next gen next month, like in January. Please support them, guys. Please. I'm begging y'all. Like,
you're loving Atlas, aren't you?
Yeah, bro. I wouldn't say I'm in love with them, but the Shimigami Tensei series, and I'm telling people and stuff, for us to bring it to the West, we have to support them. Like, it broke, I'm sorry to get off subject, but it broke my heart when I figured out Valkyrie Elysium did not get as much support as it did. It broke my heart, bro, because I'm a Valkyrie fan. Like, I got Valkyrie, Chronicles for the PS1 and stuff still in case,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's money right there.
Oh, yeah, bro. So I'm a big fan and stuff of it, but also knowing stuff that, RPG games like Persona, it's a niche style, bro. It's exotic. Not everybody's going to like that type
it's
of stuff.
Very drawn out, and you have to have, like, the game, like P5 literally tells you in the corner in the load screen, take your time.
Time. And I never thought about that, bro. I was looking at the beginning, I was like, shit. And they literally say take your time for a reason, bro, because you're gonna have to take your time. There's only 5 hours in this, bro. So
but right now I am 65 hours into that game. So I'm not just scratching the surface. I'm dug in right now. I got a few of those points saying all the way up, like proficiency, knowledge, and guts. I have like pretty much to the end of the star on those things, and I just got done with. What's that?
What palace are you at right now?
I just finished. I just finished Fubuta.
Oh, okay.
Fabuta's Palace. So I'm not sure how far in the game that is, but I'm assuming that's pretty deep.
Yeah, I think that's like the third palace and stuff, man. So yeah, you're a pretty good point. Like you said, you're definitely not at the beginning and stuff and everything, but you got a little bit more towards the end. So you're a good mid halfway point. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got Fubuta. I'm doing some like training stuff with like the chick that's playing the board game. I forgot what I forgot what that board game's called.
There's so many names, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Is it Shoji
I think,
or something like that?
Stuff, man. Between playing, that's another thing. Like when you play multiple personas, bro, because I'm still playing Persona 3, you literally got so many names and stuff. Like you're saying Shoji, I'm still getting, kanji and teddy bear dudes names stuck in my head because I just got teddy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you guys get that game and stuff, when it comes in January and you play it, bro, because that's the beauty of Persona. I love the fact that people like you, bro, are just now playing Persona or getting into it because it expands your world. It's like you just got into, a door. You opened one door. Now it's like, oh my goodness, I love it in here. What door is that? What door is that? What door is that? You know what I'm saying? It opens a whole nother realms, like God of War. It opens the 9 realms,
Man, I tell you what, man, those will seeds. I'm like addicted to like making sure that I get all the will seeds whenever I go into these palaces, and sometimes it takes me a hot minute to find them. And some of these fights, these turn-based fights, are actually getting hard now. They were pretty easy, but now they're getting pretty hard to like the point where I am literally like, once they put that spotlight thing on you, man, I just run. I'm just like, dude, I don't want to fight right now. Just get away from me.
Like cops are after you.
The ops are after me. But anyways, let's keep it going. Best 3 games that you played this year. So in 2022, it doesn't matter if they came out this year. I just want to know the best 3 games that you've had that you've had the opportunity to play.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Well, the first 2 games you guys are gonna know off tops and stuff. One, Elden Ring. I mean, Elden Ring pretty much made Souls games, and this is coming from somebody like I played Bloodborne, I played Lords of Fallens, I played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Sekiro. So I'm I'm not no beast, but I've gotten my feet into the Souls games and stuff to where I know. But Elden Ring, bro, when I say Elden Ring got homies that literally got my homies that only play 2K and Call of Duty. They don't play God of War. They don't play Final Fantasy. They don't play Persona. They only play Call of Duty and 2K, bro. They heard about Elden Ring and they started playing it. They're like, bro, is this what Souls games are about? So the fact that Elden Ring made, the Souls genre mainstream now, that's definitely up there. Horizon Forbidden West, a lot of people say and stuff and everything, it's mixed. A lot of people say it was too slow and stuff, or the story was boring. I quite enjoyed it. Took me a while and stuff. I still haven't beaten it yet, guilty conscious, but I still actually enjoyed the story. I'm halfway through and stuff. I'm probably going to beat it whenever I beat Sonic for Tears and God of War, but I'll definitely go back. And my third one is stuff, which is a sleeper title, which would be Final Fantasy Strangers to Origins, the Strangers to Origin Paradise.
Wow. Didn't see you saying that.
Yeah, I actually liked it and stuff. It was a sleeper because it came around the time when both Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West came out, bro. And I remember getting it. Actually, hold on. I'll show you 1 second. Hold up.
Oh, he's serious about this one right here. Oh, he's serious about this.
I had to get the steelbook case for this boy. See?
Dang, that's a nice steelbook.
Yeah, man. I collect steelbook cases and stuff and everything, man. So certain games and stuff, which I'm mad because I missed out on the God of War steelbook, but hey, stuff
it matches the same colors as your controller.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the steelbook case?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Show everybody your controller. That controller you got is nice. Yeah, so Scuff PS5 controller. That joint is nice.
Scuff right there, says it right there.
Yep.
But yeah, I got protective wear and stuff, and I also put these. I normally keep these on just for shooters, but these are my extenders. So this is how I play. It extends the sticks and stuff for full rotational. I got, button stickers and stuff, and here's the back pedals. But yeah, man.
It's a nice ass controller. That costs you a pretty penny. I already know. It's like $250 right there or something like that.
$270 after shipping and taxing. And
God damn.
Yeah, I got to get the DualSense. I'm getting that DualSense Edge too, unfortunately.
I was just getting ready to ask you if that's what you were copping. See, that DualSense Edge, a lot of people are, saying what they got to say. I feel like a lot of it's probably console or BS. Oh, that controller is too much, or it's copying the Xbox. And I'm like, yo, this is like, yo, bro, I'm an Xbox, dude. That is not copying the Xbox controller. You can take the sticks out of the Edge and replace the sticks. That to me is something that I've been wanting the Xbox controller to do, the Xbox Elite series controllers to do, that they still don't do. And they currently still have like stick drift issues sometimes and stuff like that. And Switch controllers, I mean, they've even went into court battles and stuff like that over stick drift and stuff like that. PlayStation even had their fair share of stick drift issues, sure, but like making an Elite or like a superb version of a controller and giving somebody the option, whether they cost like $20, $30, $35 or whatever, I don't care. Like I have the option of throwing this garbage stick away and slipping in a brand new one and being done. Not having to send my shit somewhere for 2 months for them to give it back to me and it break again. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, I can get this Edge controller, get like 5 or 10 of those sticks and never have to worry about anything ever again. Just be like, I'm good for this whole generation and possibly the next one if they include the DualSense in it. That's the only thing that makes me a little nervous with it, is because the way they did the PS4 controllers to not be able to work for the PS5.
Ooh, I thought about that. You're right.
That makes me nervous to know if they're going to support this PS5 Edge into the next generation. I think they will. And here's why. They have been known this current generation of leaving things behind too quickly, to the point that they're noticing, people still care about the shit. Back compat, old controllers, being able to trust that you're going to be able to re-download your stuff onto the next iteration of things. They've made the mistake of the controller, the PS3 store, Vita store, and now VR, of not being able to incorporate backwards compatibility. I think that's going to switch in the upcoming future, because I don't feel like they want to leave this stuff. I don't feel like they want to leave these crumbs for Xbox to continue to pick up and be like, oh, you're not going to support that? Well, we will. That's not good. Because you can use, your Xbox One controller on your Series consoles. Right. You can use it on your PCs. I mean, you can use your PlayStation controller on PC and whatnot. But it's just weird that you can use your PlayStation controller on your PC to probably play PS5 games, but you can't use your PS4 controller on your PS.
I just thought about. Yeah, man, I just found out about that last year. Like, you could plug your PS4 controller up to your PS5. But it can't play PS5 games, only PS4 games. It's like, at that point, you might as well not even let me plug it up. Like, that's so weird. But then you can't plug a PS5 controller into a PS. Okay, Sony, whatever.
It's really weird. It's almost like, I mean, it ain't near that bad, but it's like you're calling the PS4 controller like the cell processor of controllers or something. Like, why doesn't this work? Make it make sense. And they're just like, whatever. So, but I do think in the future, like PlayStation 6, I think it's going to be much more compatible with the PS5 than the PS5 was for the PS4. In my opinion. I really hope they'd do something like that, because it's just like, dude, Why? I understand you want to get new stuff into people's hands, but I feel like those folks that were going to buy the new stuff are going to buy it no matter what anyways. So why wouldn't you give them the option of, until that new thing comes, let me use this? You know what I'm saying? Like while I'm waiting for this PS6 controller to, like let's say like a scuff comes out for a PS6 controller. Because my PS5, my regular PS6 controller broke. I'd like to use a PS5 controller while I'm waiting for Scuff to ship me the new one. I don't want to go out and buy another PS5 controller, what I don't want, or another PS6 controller of something I know I don't want when something's coming in the mail. Just little things like that I think would make Sony look a little bit better, but they're doing fine. Right. Moving a little bit more forward, we only have a few more questions left. I wanted to ask you what your favorite studio in gaming was of all time. So it could be a studio that's alive today, or it can be a dead studio. But what's your favorite studio of all time, and what game best represents that studio?
Square Enix, Final Fantasy. I mean, I don't know.
You took all of 3 seconds.
Bro, I don't know. Well, I mean, like I said, I just told you, like I told you 30 minutes ago, like I love RPGs, bro. I love Final Fantasy and stuff. I grew up and stuff pretty much off Final Fantasy and off RPG games and stuff. Now, lately, Square Enix has been on a lot of bullshit, and I love Square Enix, but I'm also one of those people where I can patronize them, because it's like they'll release one good game, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but then fuck up with Marvel's Avengers, or fuck up with other game with like Ballad Wonderland. Like, what the fuck were y'all thinking? Like, what, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we don't know what really 110% goes on behind closed doors and stuff, what these companies, video game companies, are doing. So
Square Enix has been really weird lately, and it seems like they're shutting off everybody. So, excuse me. So they got rid of most, if not like all of their like Western division. And then just recently in the news, they had posted that they're done working pretty much in Japan.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
So I want to hear from you, a Square Enix fan, like where's their direction? Like, if it's not home and it's not West, where are you going?
I wish I could tell you and stuff and everything. Honestly, I wouldn't. With me being a fan, you know what I'm saying? Like Kanye says to Sway, I don't have all the answers, Sway. So I'm just, I'm just supporting stuff what they get. The only thing I'm looking forward to, like I said, and stuff and everything, and it kind of sucks with them, like you said, with them in the divisions. But I'm one person, man. There's really not much I can do and stuff and everything, but at least try to support the good games that are coming out, and the bullshit games that they do sell. At least try to voice my disopinion on them, Because, like I said and stuff, I loved Valkyrie Elysium, bro. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love the next versions that they're going to do with Crisis Core. But how they did Ballad Wonderland and with the whole division setup and then the whole NFT bullshit, like, what are you guys doing, bro? Like,
and they're strong about the NFT stuff, too. They're on a podium with it.
I hate it. It's like, and I hope I don't offend anybody in the chat, but it's like those church workers knocking on your door. Hey, can we teach you about the word of God? Like, bro, come on, man. If I, what I'm saying, I believe in God. I don't need you guys knocking on my door every single week trying to,
I feel that. But I gotta ask you now. This is not on topic of the question that we just had. I just kind of just thought of this because you had told me how big of a deal Elden Ring was, not only to you, but like your friends and everything like that, right? Mm-hmm. So it got people into playing Souls games that were playing 2K and stuff like that. And I can attest to that too. I was seeing people on my friends list on like Xbox and stuff like that, being like, I haven't
What
seen
you
you.
playing Elden
I
Ring
haven't seen you on here for years. Or like what the hell? Like you was like you're always playing like free games. The hell made you go out and spend $60 on just to get your ass kicked? You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear like, what do you think? And I know you haven't played God of War yet, but what do you think? And this is obviously the elephant in the room question. What do you think's going to win Game of the Year between God of
look.
War and Elden Ring? What do you think's going to win? And then what do you want to win?
Okay. I think Elden Ring, and I know people are gonna tear me up. I've even said it on Twitter. I think Elden Ring's gonna win, bro. Mainly because, like I said, the whole one Miyazaki, bro. Come on, people look at, and then you got George Martin, the Game of Thrones, bro. Come on, bro. The game, like people pretty much when they figured out that Elden Ring had Miyazaki and George Martin, the Game of Thrones in it, bro. People are automatically like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. You know what I'm saying? So that off alone. And you also got to think, bro, Elden Ring is a multi-platform game. It's on Xbox and it's on PlayStation versus God of War Ragnarok that's just a single player exclusive only on PlayStation. Now, I want God of War Ragnarok to win, bro. Because like I said, God of War, the last God of War, like the ending and stuff and everything really hit me home, bro. And it was one of those games where I took a break. People were like, after they beat it before me, they're like, bro, you guys see the ending. You know what I'm saying? Especially you might not have kids, but we know the bond that you have between your dad and stuff and your parents. You got to play the ending. When I played it, I was like, you know what? That was beautiful. That touched me. And few games can really touch me and stuff like that. So me personally, I want God of War and stuff to win, man. I've seen, even if I get it tomorrow and I know and stuff, I'm not going to be able to play it in 3 days. I'm already anticipating the excitement. And I got people sharing gameplay clips and all types of stuff on Twitter. So I wanted to win, but you saw how the hype of Elden Ring was, and man, in a generation and what it did. So we just got to see and stuff, man. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, so you want God of War to win, but you think Elden Ring's going to take it, and I agree with you. It's not the exact same. I don't have the exact same take. I want Elden Ring to win, and I think it's going to win. That's where I'm at on it. So, like, I think God of War is gonna be great, and I'm sure it is fantastic. And I bet the story, like to get the exact same score as last time says a lot. It says a lot because most games that come out with a second edition. So you've seen it with Horizon Forbidden West. You've seen it with like Devil May Cry back in the day when they had Devil May Cry 2 come out. You've seen many of iterations of games come out, and they may function better. They may be easier to play and easier to kind of grasp and get into than the first one. But it's very rare that a game stands up or surpasses the previous score of the last one. So when it is literally the exact same score, maybe 1 point less or a point above, I automatically think this game's going to be fucking insane, because there's just been many of times where they've said, this is the second edition coming out and it gets a less score. Like, for instance, Dying Light 2 got a lesser score than the original Dying Light. But if you ask anybody that's played Dying Light 1, which one's better, they say Dying Light 2. They say Dying Light 2 just because it's more innovative. It's new. It looks a lot better. The frames are at least 60 FPS if you want them to be, and everything like that. But my point is, this is really freaking hard for a second game or a third game to outdo the original. So with God of War doing that, I'm really excited to play it, and I think it's going to be stellar. But I always come back to this thought: what if Elden Ring and God of War dropped the same day? What would happen? I don't think a lot of PlayStation fans would like what would happen.
They wouldn't, yeah. I think what would happen, and people would hate to hear it. I think the same thing that happened with Elden Ring Horizon, the same thing would happen, bro. Because, people still hyped up Horizon. Horizon was a good game, but Elden Ring shut Horizon down, bro. Let's be real. It shut Horizon down.
All the way down. Not just,
all the way down.
The night light wasn't on. It shut down. Like, all the lights were off.
Right.
Like, it was like, excuse me, ma'am.
Bro.
We got business to take care of.
Bro, I still remember because I follow a bunch of PlayStation fans and Xbox fans, but within the first week of Horizon coming out, bro, people were sharing gameplay clips, captures, pictures, all that. After that week, bro, people just stopped talking about it, bro. But people were still showing gameplay clips of Elden Ring, getting past different bosses, all that, bro. So, yeah.
You know that the shade was there when developers are coming onto Twitter and saying, yo, our game is better, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. I've seen some Horizon Forbidden West developers coming on and saying, how aren't people showing us the same love that they're showing Elden Ring when our game has like so much more detail and all this stuff, and that goes to show you like gameplay is king.
Exactly.
Gameplay is king. That whole super duper like graphics presentation stuff.
Yeah,
that's backseat.
Follicles.
yeah. Oh, I can see the hair on Aloy's face. Like you couldn't see not a damn. You couldn't see not a damn hair on anybody's face on Elden Ring, but it didn't matter. Them concurrent things were double whatever Horizon was doing.
Man, I was laughing. Like, that stuff was crazy when I seen that shit. I was like, well, yeah. And I told people it was going to happen. People because people were like, because remember, Elden Ring came out before Horizon. It was only like 2 days before Horizon. People were like, oh, when Horizon comes out. And I even told people, I'm like, I'm getting both of them, but I was still playing Elden Ring. I'm telling people, I'm like, bro, I'm not touching Horizon for about a month.
That's a fact, because I did the same thing. I pre-ordered Horizon. Bought Elden Ring 2 weeks after it came out. So I'm hearing all these people talk about all this great stuff about Elden Ring. Bro, I put I put down Horizon, bought Elden Ring, and didn't see Horizon again until August. Yep. It got put all the way in the back because of just one damn game. And after I beat Elden Ring, I like pretty much forgot about Horizon. I was just like, because I mean, and also with being an Xbox guy like I am, I'm sitting here looking at Game Pass, and all these games are dropping during. Like after I get done with Elden Ring, so I'm like, oh, I guess I'm gonna try this next. I turn on my PS5 and I'm like, oh yeah, Horizon.
He said, oh, that's dang bogus.
But see, that's what I'm talking about with Elden Ring and God of War. Like, if they would have came out at the exact same time, God of War would still do great numbers.
But it'd be
But it'd be a treacherous fight, and it'd be God of War that would be on the offensive, because Elden Ring don't give a damn. Elden Ring just stands there. What you gonna do? Oh man! But anyways, so we got 3 more questions, and I'm gonna try to hit these relatively quick for you, so we can get going and whatnot. But what's your most excited game for 2023?
Ooh.
Is it Final Fantasy?
No. It's actually
what?
No. What's that? Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade.
Stella Thick. Stella Thick.
Stop that. And I knew people were gonna say. See, I knew you was gonna say, because it was one of those games I was gonna tell people like, bro, have you seen? I was like, look, bro, I was already into the game before Robot, the chick booty and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see the ass, bro. But come on, look at that.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
I like Devil May Cry, bro.
It does give you a Devil May Cry kind of look, though, with like the way that it attacks and everything like that. really good looking game. I'm interested in it. I'm not sure if I'd say that's the most excited game I have for next year, but if that's yours, I'm even more interested to see what that game is going to be all about because next year is full of bangers.
Yeah.
And it's almost scary. And it's scary for even the other bangers out there, you know what I'm saying? So like so I'm not going to say they're sweating at all because this game is always going to get purchased no matter what. But Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever you want to call it, Tears of whatever.
Tears of the Forbidden Kingdom.
yeah. See, I can't remember that. I just call it Breath of the Wild 2.
Bro, I only remember it and stuff because, like I said, my girl, because, the three systems that we have, obviously, is the Switch, PS5, next-gen wise, Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Now, the Xbox Series X was my brother's in the shrine. The PS5 is mine, but the Switch and stuff and everything is my girl's platform. We'll share one, but that's my girl's platform and stuff and everything. You feel me? So I'll play on her shit. But you know what I'm saying? Above all, that's her system and stuff and everything. But she's actually like really excited and stuff for Breath of the Wild. And I really got Bayonetta and stuff, honestly, for her, bro. Like I play Bayonetta, it's a good game. But the Switch and stuff and everything is basically her preferred platform because she loves Animal Crossing, Kirby. Like she's a big fan of Kirby games, like huge fan.
That's what's up. I mean, shout out to you for having a companion that loves gaming and whatnot, because I do as well, and everybody always tells me I'm a lucky dog. So it's good to see another person out there that has a companion that gets into gaming. Because my wife, I downloaded Mass Effect for her. She likes it, but I cannot get her to stop playing Halo. And she actually does really well at that game. Like, there's been some times where she had like around 30 kills and stuff like that. And I'm just like,
yeah,
woman.
my girls were Overwatch 2, bro. Yeah, my girls were Overwatch 2 because we got Overwatch 1 before, Overwatch 2 transitions. Like, I literally got people right now, bro, wanting to buy my Overwatch 2 account because of how many skins and stuff I got. But, that's a whole nother story. But, yeah, like, she just actually in Overwatch 2 ranked, she just hit platinum in ranked, bro.
Oh, my God. So she's a fucking maniac.
Bro, and Diva, bro. Like she's like, help me go platinum. I'm like, dude, I know you're gonna play Diva, but then I'm gonna have to play support, and then people are gonna be trying to butt fuck me because they're gonna see my or my fucking healer. But okay, whatever, babe. I got you. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's get.
So she got you playing second fiddle.
Pretty much. Nobody else can heal or nobody else is a good DPS. And, I'll tell her, I'm like, babe, can we play some Mario Kart? Like, I'd rather get whooped with you, Mario. I don't want to deal with that shit. I like Overwatch, but any multiplayer game, bro, you know how them communities are, bro. Like Call of Duty, 2K, toxic as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Hey, it sounds like she can handle her own, though. It don't matter.
Man.
Okay, so and then moving along, what game or what two games would you go back and revive that are dead IPs right now?
Oh, easy. One actually would be Sly Cooper.
Okay.
That stuff still hurt me, bro. I still remember people were like, yeah, Sly Cooper's coming back. And I'm like, guys, I'm not even, what did Kratos say, bro? Keep your expectations low and you will never be disappointed, bro. And I was still disappointed.
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. And they came out and announced it too, like in your face, like, yo, we ain't doing it.
Here goes my face. I'm like, damn, like, y'all really did that. It's like when your dad leaves and shit and everything, he swear he gonna come back, but you don't see him for 2 months. Like, he ain't coming back, bro. He ain't coming.
He said he's going out for cigarettes. What happened?
Stop, man. You gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, so those are two.
Yeah.
Wait. You said Sly Cooper. What was the second one?
For the second one, I think it'd have to be. I think. Let me. I think it'd have to be Power Stone, bro. Power
Oh,
Stone.
damn! You went to the game, not the GameCube, the
Bro,
Dreamcast.
I efficient, bro. I think it'd be Power Stone, bro. Power Stone.
Wow, I
Yeah.
didn't know you were into fighters like that.
Bro, what? I now like I tell people and stuff. I like RPGs and stuff, but I throw down in fighting games, bro. Tekken, Street Fighter, all that and stuff, bro. You know, because don't forget the PS1 introduced my love to Tekken. So you know, and from Tekken, you know what I'm saying. Even though Power Stone's a platinum fighter, but the way I see it and stuff, bro, all fighters are the same. You know what I'm saying? Tomato,
Sure.
tomato, potato, potato. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes a few sessions to kind of get the movements down and whatnot, and then you just kind of got to study the list and do a little bit of training. But yeah, I mean, if you're into fighters, you'll pick it up quick. It's just like being, hey, I'm in the football games. You're gonna pick up, you're gonna be able to play anything from Bill Walsh way back in the Sega all the way up to 2K5, and then with the current Maddens, like football game is a football game is a football game, right? So it's very similar with fighters. It's gonna feel a little different playing certain ones, but at the end of the day, you're 10 toes down, and you're hitting specific combinations just like any other fighter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So those are two interesting ones, Power Stone and Sly Cooper. Power Stone caught me off guard a little bit.
Because I was originally going to say Parasite Eve, but I was like, nah, that's too, you know what I'm saying? We just talked about that. So I was fishing. I was like, okay, let me see what games were me and my brother playing. And Power Stone, bro, was one of, because I still remember playing it on the Dreamcast. I'm like, bro, what is this? And I got all three stones. I'm like, what? They got different for? I was like, oh, yeah, this game. Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, man. Well, down to the last two main questions is, the first one is, I'm gonna make it a compound question, so 2 in 1.
Okay.
What frustrates you about gaming, like in general? So it can be anything from games not being completely done, or like fanfare, or just anything. So what frustrates you about gaming, and then what's also a dream come true?
Okay. Well, what frustrates me about gaming, honestly, bro, as corny and as like, cliche this might sound, it'd have to be the community and the fanboyism, honestly, bro. And when I mean fanboyism,
Pause real quick. Were you ever a fanboy?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Because when we talk about fanboy, because like I said, even back when I was at GameStop, bro, I always tell people I have my preferred platform. I love PlayStation, but even back when my brother was alive, because people didn't realize when my brother was alive, and even when I was with my girl, my brother loved Xbox. He would always tease me, "Oh, Xbox is better than PlayStation and stuff and everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro." When it comes to multiplayer games and stuff, but like I told him and stuff and everything, bro, I love my Final Fantasy RPG games, So we would tease each other now in those aspects, we would tease each other. But as far as me actually going out and stuff, because you obviously say you're an Xbox guy and stuff, and I had people at GameStop, bro, that literally be like, yeah, I love Xbox and stuff and everything, bro. I don't like PlayStation. I'm like, bro, that's understandable. You like what you like, and I'm not going to put you down and stuff for what you like, So sure. I would never call myself, even back in the day, as a fanboy, because I always respect different people and stuff, even the PC community. And they look at us like we're console peasants, and I'll be like, bro, what you got to understand is, like, at Amazon, I literally and stuff work around different types of computers and stuff and everything. Yes, I unload and stuff, but I also go and, I unload and take care of different computer softwares, and I deal with different servers and stuff, So like I tell people, bro, I don't want to have to be at work dealing with computers and boxes and then have to come home and boot up a PC and run firmware. No, bro, I just want to plug in a controller, turn it on, and play for 2 hours and stuff, bro. That's just personally me.
No, I hear you. That's why I'm a majority. I mean, earlier when I was telling you I play all these games, like I said, I played the Gears, Halo, and all that stuff on my Xbox and not my PC. It's because I don't want to deal with that on my PC. I don't want to deal. I mean, there's been so many times where I download something on my PC and I have to find a workaround just to get the game to turn on, or to get the game to like recognize my controls properly, or all of the aspects of the controls don't quite work compared to if I used it on a console. So like, for instance, I was playing A Plague's Tale off of Game Pass, but I was using my PS5 controller to do it, right?
Oh, okay.
But like, but you don't get like some of the feedback that the PS5 controller has through playing it on PC unless you download another, you know, application that reads it and whatnot. And I'm just like, it's not that it's hard, it's just I don't want to deal with it.
It's tedious, bro. It's tedious.
Right.
Because people tell me all the time, oh, bro, you're just not smart enough. It's like, first off, I know what you're doing. You're trying to doubt whatever, you know, your shoe fly don't bother me and stuff, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, bro, let me understand. Because like I said, I am a full-time warehouse worker, bro. I literally work 5 to 6 days out the week. Before peak season, it's only 5 days, but now it's 6 days. I work Monday through Saturday. Sometimes I might get Sunday off and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have time, bro. When I get off work and stuff, bro, I just want to plug in and play. I don't want to run JavaScript. I don't want to do all that stuff and everything with PC. And if people want to call me stupid and lazy for that, then I'll be that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that, man. So.
Yeah. I mean, they ain't giving you no money. They ain't buying you no games. They're not showing you any new experiences. They're not doing anything. They just running their mouth.
Yep.
So I mean, what they may say may hold weight, but it ain't holding no weight to me.
Exactly.
I don't care. You can go on somewhere else with that bullshit.
I like Bill ain't gonna get paid when people call me lazy or say, "Oh, you're not a gamer." Okay, bro, that's cool. I guess I'm not a gamer.
Right. Like I ain't even, not even gonna waste any goddamn time on them. Like it just is what it is. And they always expect to make you mad, so you slip up and say something stupid. So like it's just like, you know what? Whatever.
I'm not even
I ain't got
go
time
there.
for you. Because you're gonna troll me into saying something that I really don't mean to say, or something like that, right? So fuck it. But on the opposite end, what's the dream come true?
Dream come true. Honestly and stuff, man. I mean, I would like to, because I was going to school, bro, for computer service and networking to try to design games. But you know how life is and stuff and everything, man. Life, you know, bills, rent. School's expensive, bro. It's very expensive. I stopped going up until April. I wanted to take a little break just to go back to, you know, Amazon and stack my money up. Plus, for all these games and all this expensive shit and everything. But I really wanted to design video games and stuff and everything for either Sony or Microsoft. You know, maybe 10, 20 years down the line once I actually get my degree and my certificate. But like I said and stuff, that's a big stepping stone and everything. That's a huge work in progress, you know, so.
Absolutely. Well, good luck with that. That'd be super dope to see you on the scene. I could be like, yo, the Coolest Rasta was on my podcast before he even came out with that new Final Fantasy. So yeah, that would be dope right there. But we're hitting the end of our show. Thank you so much, brother, for showing up on the show, coming through, spitting your knowledge and your history with us. The one or one of the last things I'm gonna ask you to do real quick right now is just to let everybody know where they can find you, gaming wise and social media.
Yeah, like I said and stuff, man, my main social media platforms, I have a Facebook, but I don't really get on it. My Facebook name is my government name. If you guys want to know, my government name is Kalen Patterson, but everybody calls me Hero. Twitter is Rec the Heroic, and if you guys want to add me on PlayStation, it's pretty much all the same, Rec the Heroic, RECKTHEHERO. That was the nickname my brother gave to me, so I will never change it and stuff. It's gonna be stuck to me and stuff till the day I die. So
very good way to have a name, something that sticks, something that pays homage. Love it.
Yes, sir.
And then
before I go, man, let me ask you one question. How long have you been in the gaming community? How long have you been doing YouTube, brother?
I've only been doing YouTube for about a year and a month, to be honest, bro. I haven't been doing it that long. And as for like being on Twitter, like 2 years, maybe 3 years. I more or less did it just to be able to talk to other folks about it. I mean, I have a wife that's into gaming, and I have a 4-year-old daughter that loves playing video games and stuff like that. But once I talk about like Square Enix or 343, which makes Halo, my wife looks at me like she doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm talking about the developers for the game that you're playing, and she's like, I don't know what the hell you're saying.
It's like she was playing Overwatch, right, on the PlayStation. She wanted to try Overwatch on the Switch. So I had to literally explain to her what frames were. And she was like, why does Overwatch on the Switch run like that? I'm like, babe, that's frames. Like, I had to show her, like, on YouTube, bro, what frames mean. She's like, holy shit, is that what you guys mean by 30 to 60 frames? I'm like, yeah, babe. She's like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you got her looking at the Switch differently.
Right?
Hey, what you should do one of these times maybe not in the near future, but in the future, you should get her a Steam Deck.
I think I actually, honestly and stuff, bro, and I've been looking into it and stuff because, you know, the website I was going to order, I heard they were still being backlogged or backlisted, you know what I'm saying? Because 3 months ago when I tried to sign up for one, you know, when you go to your website and stuff, you still have to sign up for the core. So do you know anything and stuff still about the availability of Steam Decks? Because I was thinking about getting one after Christmas, bro, after I buy.
From what I heard, that waiting list is pretty much over.
Oh, really?
Like it's on the tail end of the waiting list part. Now you can pretty much just order it. So I'd look into that. I don't have a Steam Deck yet because I don't quite need one at the moment. I'm more or less waiting for those prices to come down just a little bit more, and then I'll cop it because if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna probably get the full on nice version with the like anti-glare and everything like that. Because there's levels to this, so I want to make sure that I get the one that I'm gonna actually play on. And see, that's another issue too, because there's like that PlayStation VR thing, and it's like I want the PlayStation VR, I want the Steam Deck, but I use my Switch as of now like once a month, and I use my Oculus even less than that. So like for me to so for me to run out and get this PlayStation VR, I'm nervous that I'd buy it and like rarely use it. And then same with that Steam Deck. I'm nervous that I'll buy it and rarely use it. What I want from the Steam Deck before I go buy it is not only just the price to drop, but I want Game Pass to be like a native thing on there, or PlayStation Plus or something to be native on there, because my Steam library is not big. I only have a few games through Steam. So what I don't want to do is go out and buy a Steam Deck and then have to go buy like 10 games.
Okay.
You know what? I want a library there already, something that I'm already paying for to be there. And I know you can get Game Pass on there technically right now, but then you're asking me to do the same thing that I don't like about my computer. You're asking me to do all this back end stuff that I don't want to do. I just want to buy it, turn it on, hit the application, and be done.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I want from that. For the PSVR, I just want more interesting games on it. Like it has some interesting ones on it, but 1 or 2 games isn't enough for me to spend $500 on a console. I need to have like 5 to 10 games that I just like am like, I can't stop thinking about these games. I gotta play them. Kind of like, if I did not have a PlayStation 5 and I wanted a PlayStation 5, I can already tell you that I'd want to play Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, Ragnarok, Horizon, and then some of the older games from PlayStation. I can tell you if I got an Xbox, I'd want Game Pass, obviously. Halo, I'd want some of those third-party games like Scarlet Nexus.
My favorite, one of mine, because I'm a zombie. I like zombie games too, bro. So State of Decay, when I saw it on Xbox, I was like, shit. But it's also one of those games where I know for a fact that I would have to have a lot of friends, like more than 2 people to play with. You know what I'm saying?
Hit me up.
Oh, you play State?
I'll play it if I have somebody to play with. I'm very much like you in that sense, where that game seems fun, but I don't want it to be a solo ride. I want it to be. something where I can laugh, mess around, have a good time, kill shit with somebody else and share the experience, because it's not built to me. Like, sure, it can be played soloed, but to me, it's built for community. The game runs on you making your community better.
Exactly.
So I would want to play that with somebody else to make the community more fun, especially with some of those dumbass tasks that they have you do in the game. Like, I'm hungry. Well, then get your ass up and go get some food. Like, why are you waiting on me to bring you back food? Why don't you get your ass up and go get some? Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of where I stand out on making these purchases. Is like, yo, I want to have a library, or I want to have a library that I feel like I need. Because I mean, I list off some games on the Xbox. I listed off some games on the PlayStation, even the Switch. Zelda. You got the Kirby games, Cruising. I love Cruising USA and stuff like that. So like the Cruising games, the Mario games. For the Steam Deck and the PS5 VR, it's just like they're just so new and they're pretty, but I need more. I need more products to come out for it, so I can not feel silly about my purchase like I do with the Oculus sometimes. I love this thing. This thing's great. I played Flight Simulator in VR and looking around my plane and shit like that. It was dope, right?
Right.
But you take Flight Simulator out of the question, and I might have 2 or 3 games that I'd play on. And that's not enough for me. Like Beat Saber, I'll play that. I'll play Super Hot on it as well. I'll play some other games off of Game Pass on it, like Star Wars Squadron and some other things. But the cool thing that's going to be coming out for VR or for Oculus soon is they're actually going to have Game Pass as an actual app.
Oh, snap.
On their headsets.
I didn't know that.
I won't, and so here soon, I won't have to plug or cast my headset onto my PC anymore. I'll just be able to literally plug it in, sit on my couch right here, and just play games off of Game Pass on it. And to me, that's phenomenal. That's what I need PlayStation to do. I need PlayStation to put PlayStation Plus Premium onto that headset and give me a variety of games. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm stupid if I don't get it now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if the game isn't VR, I think it'd be dope to just sit there with the headset on, have this massive ass screen. I got the 4K and everything, 120 hertz on that PlayStation VR, and just lay back looking up, but playing directly forward on like a game like God of War. It'd be dope to have my headset on for God of War, even if it's not VR. It'd just be dope just to be able to turn it on and play it. So that's what I'm hoping for in the future. But as I said before, we've hit the end of the show, even though we keep, going left and right and all these different places. I really appreciate you for showing up, having the time, giving me that knowledge and that history and whatnot. You already told everybody where they can find you. The last thing I'm gonna have you do before we actually get out of here is describe gaming as a whole in just 3 words.
Gaming as a whole in 3 words. That's gonna take me. Let me think.
It always kills everybody at the end. I love it.
It's constantly evolving.
It's constantly evolving. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. I like it because that's so true.
Yeah, because literally we went from playing on CRTVs, bro, CR square TVs, to now we got OLEDs, flat screens, freaking projectors. You just had yesterday Tim the Tab Man and Dr. Disrespect literally streaming, bro, in the Colt state, in the stadium, bro. Like, that's dope.
That's insane.
and stuff. People are actually getting paid, bro. Like you said, off of YouTube and everything, off talking about video games. Because let's be honest, 5 years ago, bro, our parents used to always tell you, you need to get off them video games. You'll never make money off of it. 2022, what are we doing? It's evolving.
Yep. You know, making that money, doing something that you would always think was just a waste of money. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, thank you so much for showing up, and thank you everybody in the chat that stuck around. Or thanks to those of you that are watching this now, if this is not live anymore. I appreciate everybody that comes through and whatnot. Remember, you can hit me up on Twitter at HamSolo05 Gaming or here at the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody. I'll see y'all on Thursday. We have an episode with Red Dead Panda. She's a big time Xbox fan. I'm really excited to see what she has to say in her history and whatnot. But thanks to everybody for showing up. Thank you again, Mr. Rasta, for popping in and making an appearance. And I'll definitely be talking to you in the near future. Maybe have you on another show.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you for having me here, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Everybody take it easy. Thank you so much. Dragonheart Yobi, I see you up in the chat. That's what's up, brother. Thank you for stopping through. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Yes, sir.
The Behind Them Sticks podcast brought to you by TSWS Gaming.
Come and talk to me, Lennard Ray. Come on. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have a conversation. No, I'm not your type of baby. Listen, I'm just saying we can rule the world, just me and you. If you quit playing, won't you take a chance with me and have that conversation? I just wanna have that conversation with you. Come and talk to me. I just wanna have that conversation with you. Look, see we vibing and you know it's true. Baby, what it do? Do for me and I'ma do for you. No doubt about it, boo. See, I'm a Midwest king looking for myself a queen. Ready to chase a dream with a